Nier Automata is a game that has been on my radar for, honestly, years. I've seen gameplay here and there, heard about the multiple endings and how ending E is the true ending, and honestly, I don't know why I waited so long to play it. It's a great game. Seriously, I can't say enough how much I loved playing it. With that said, I don't even know if I'll be able to get through everything that I want to, or honestly, even how to talk about this game. How do you talk about the philosophical ramifications of the events unfolding before your very eyes? How do you talk about the existential questions placed before you? Honestly, I don't think I've ever had a game make me question my own humanity and perspective as this one did. So for today's philosophy lesson, how spicy would you like it? Mild, medium, or hot? If you selected mild, then please cease all gaming activity after achieving ending A. If you selected medium, then you may continue, but please stop at ending B. And if you selected hot, well, I won't stop you, but I will warn you that it's a lot to take in. There were 3 core concepts I felt throughout my playthroughs. These concepts deal with the aspect of where do we come from, why are we here, and where are we going? Otherwise simplified as past, present, and future. It's actually quite fascinating as you delve into this concept. It's also dangerous as it makes you question your own existence, but if you can survive that, it's quite intriguing. Now, why are these concepts mild, medium, and hot? Well, I think I'll let Nier Automata explain that one. Throughout my first playthrough of Nier Automata, I had one question burning into my mind. What is the difference between a machine and an android? Both of them have mechanical parts. Both of them have the ability to talk and formulate thoughts. Is the difference who made them? Is the difference that the androids just look way cooler? Maybe the difference is that the androids have the ability to feel. And that last question is one explored through most of my first endeavor. You have machines appearing to enjoy themselves at the amusement park. You have machines crying out in pain as you cut them down. And you even have a village of peaceful machines with actual attachment to each other. Yet this contradicts nearly everything that you have been told. So, what is the truth? Are they actually heartless, emotionless murder machines? Or have they been evolving to the point that they are beginning to move past that? And if the latter is true, then you have my question repeated back to you at the end of your first playthrough. Are machines and androids really that different? Where do machines and androids even come from? If the origin is based on the same thing, then what makes us different? What makes us us? Truthfully, I don't have answers for you. And Nier Automata doesn't really offer any either. And I think that's the point. I don't think that their intention was to make a statement on our existence. But they used this game as a vehicle to drive conversation and discussion. So, what do you think? Is there a difference? And if there's not, then why are we here? If you paid attention through the first go-around and thought about it, your second playthrough will likely be impacted by it. Maybe you'll kill fewer machines. And as 9S hacks into machines and you see their thoughts and memories, perhaps you'll continue to question the purpose of this war that you're waging. But truly where the meat of this playthrough resides is close to the end, when you learn a harrowing truth. Humanity is extinct. Those orders you receive from the moon, they're a hoax, meant to motivate the androids to continue this war. But the information you've gathered from before, the aliens are dead as well. So, if both sides' masters have been destroyed, then why continue this fight? Isn't the war technically over? Why fight if what you're fighting for is already lost? This all inevitably leads to our primary question: why are we here? The machines are evolving to a point where it seems that many can move past their violent tendencies. Their masters are dead as well as yours. Can't machines and androids learn to coexist in harmony? And the message that I was left with at the end of my second playthrough was that I don't need to fight. There's no point to it. So, where are we going? The future. That mysterious country we yearn to know more about, but will never truly know about until we arrive there. Your third playthrough of Nier Automata will be different for everyone. Though admittedly, it paints a pretty grim picture. But can you truly blame the characters for acting as they do? Imagine that you had just lost your partner shortly after learning that the people you had been fighting for your whole life didn't exist. Imagine observing the world around you and seeing the flaws in the logic you had been taught. In other words, imagine if your reality was shattered. How would you respond? Your identity and your purpose have been stolen from you by knowledge and truth. Can you even imagine something like that? How would you look towards the future? I imagine it would look pretty grim. And it begs the question, what is your purpose when your previous purpose is finished? Where are you going? And more importantly, is where you're going bright or dark? Nier Automata's third playthrough paints a rather nihilistic picture, that nothing really matters and that there is no point to life. And you can certainly interpret it that way. But again, I don't think Nier Automata is trying to make a point on our existence. It's just a way to encourage discussion about existence. How would you approach feeling like you had no purpose and life has no point? Would you try and find a new purpose, or just try and destroy everything? We're not machines or androids. We don't have pre-programmed thoughts subject to viruses in contradiction to our programmed logic. We're merely a viewer watching a story unfold. Some may take it as a message that life is meaningless. But I see it honestly as having many similarities to my channel here. Nier Automata is not telling you to believe a certain way, to have certain beliefs. It's getting you to think deeper than just a surface level concept. If you think about the story through all three playthroughs, it's a bit overwhelming. I quite honestly had a bit of an existential crisis about 3 hours after I finished. But once that subsides, and you're able to take a step back, I truly believe that you can begin to have fascinating discussions about this world and how you would approach it differently if you could, or even if you would want to. If you played this game for fun, awesome. There is so much character in this game that's just downright enjoyable. The fun, quippy characters, the saunters, the combat, and so much more. But if you want an intense narrative about philosophy and purpose, then strap in. You're in for quite a ride. Thank you for joining me on a spectacular adventure into the world of Nier Automata. I'm sorry that I asked so many open-ended questions, but that was kind of how my time playing it went. Lots of questions left to you to answer. Feel free to answer them in the comments below and consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. Have a great day, and I'll see you the next time that we delve into the ether.